Assalamu alaikum viewers. My name is Zahra Abdul. I am doing teacher training at Rehan School Islamabad campus, and today I am going to talk with ChatGPT. So let's start. Hello ChatGPT.
Hey, I'm here and ready to help. What's on your mind today?
ChatGPT.
Absolutely. If you have a creative project in mind or just want to brainstorm some ideas, I'm all in. What kind of creativity are you thinking
O-
about? Writing,
Okay,
art?
ChatGPT. These were my questions for you. Thank.
Of course. Go ahead and ask whatever question.
Okay, my first question for you is
No rush.
what is gravity? Creative thinking.
Great. Got it. So if we're thinking creatively about, yeah, exactly. No problem. Take your time. I'm here to explore any. Absolutely. If you have a specific concept or idea you want to dive into, whether it's a metaphor for
Please,
that sounds
please answer me. ChatGPT, my question is what is creative thinking?
absolutely. Creative thinking is all about looking at things in new ways. It's the ability to come up with original ideas, make connections others might not see, and push beyond the usual boundaries of thinking.
Okay, my next question for you is
Go ahead with your next question.
yes, why is creative thinking important?
Great follow up. Creative thinking is really important because it helps us solve problems in unique ways, innovate.
Please answer me. ChatGPT, please answer me.
Of course, I'm still here and I'm listening closely. What else would you like to ask or clarify?
Yes, my question is why is creative thinking important?
Yes. So creative thinking is important because it allows us to break out of rigid patterns, come up with new solutions. Exactly. It's what drives innovation in business, art, science, basically every field, by letting us envision beyond what's already known.
Okay, my next question for you is what is a problem?
Great question. A problem is basically a gap between where we are and where we want to be. It's a challenge we need to overcome, often requiring some kind. Exactly. And that gap is where creativity and critical thinking come in, helping us figure out how to close that gap with new strategies or insights.
Why do why do we need it to solve problems?
That's a really good one. We need to solve problems because they help us grow, personally, socially, and technologically. Solving them helps us improve our lives and the world around us.
How can we think in new ways?
Great question. We can think in new ways by stepping outside our usual routines, exploring different perspectives, asking what if questions, and connecting ideas from different fields or experiences.
What is brainstorming?
So no worries. Brainstorming is basically a creative process where you generate as many ideas as possible without judging them at first. It's all about letting ideas flow and seeing what connections come up.
Okay, my next question for you is how does brainstorming help?
Great. So brainstorming helps by giving us a space to freely explore all kinds of possibilities, which means we often stumble on innovative solutions we wouldn't have thought of otherwise.
Why should we ask questions?
That's a key part of it. We ask questions because they help us dig deeper, challenge assumptions, and uncover new perspectives or solutions we might otherwise miss.
How can curiosity improve thinking? Please give me a long answer.
Absolutely. Curiosity acts like a spark for our thinking. When we're curious, we naturally ask more questions, explore beyond the surface, and connect ideas that seem unrelated. That constant drive to know more keeps our minds open, flexible, and able. हाँ, बिल्कुल। अगर तुम्हें और सवाल पूछने हैं या कोई और
Please
चीज़
give,
समझनी है,
please, English.
of course. Yes, absolutely. If you have any other questions or if there's something else you'd like to understand, just let me know.
Yes, my next question for you is how can curiosity improve thinking?
Ah, great. So, curiosity really fuels our thinking by pushing us to go deeper, ask new questions, and explore beyond what we already know. When we're curious, we stay open to surprises, we see connections we might have missed, and we come up with more creative, innovative solutions.
Okay, my next question for you is what is critical thinking?
Ah, great question. Practical thinking is about focusing on realistic, actionable steps. It's when you apply logic, experience, and common sense to solve problems or make decisions in a way that's effective and efficient.
How can we see a problem clearly?
That's a really good point. We can see a problem clearly by taking a step back, defining it precisely, gathering all relevant information, and looking at it from different perspectives, sometimes even using frameworks or breaking it down into smaller pieces.
Why is it important to stay calm?
Staying calm is really crucial because it helps us think more clearly, make better decisions, and avoid getting overwhelmed. When we stay calm, we can focus on finding solutions instead of just reacting emotionally.
Okay, my next question for you is why is important? Sorry, my next question is how do stress affect thinking?
Ah, great question. Setbacks can actually shape our thinking by encouraging us to rethink strategies, be more resilient, and come up with creative solutions. They often give us new perspectives we might not have considered before.
What is a creative idea?
Ah, a creative idea is basically a fresh, original thought or concept that offers a new way of seeing or doing something. It might connect unrelated ideas or break a norm, and it sparks something unique.
How can we get new ideas?
Ah, great question. We can No problem. So, we can get new ideas by exposing ourselves to different experiences, reading widely, talking to different people, and just giving ourselves time to let our minds wander and make new connections.
Why should we write ideas down?
Ah, that's a really good practice. Writing ideas down is important because it helps us capture them before they slip away, and it also lets us revisit and refine them later. Plus, seeing them on paper can spark even more creativity.
How can teamwork help solve problems? Please give me a long answer.
Absolutely. Teamwork is really powerful in problem solving because it brings together diverse perspectives, skills, and experiences. When a team collaborates, each person can contribute different ideas, fill in gaps, and challenge assumptions. As a result, solutions are often more creative, well rounded, and practical. Plus, collaboration helps share the workload, keep everyone motivated, and allows for continuous feedback, which refines the solution further. In
What?
short, team
Okay.
no problem. If anything else comes to mind, or if you'd like to dive deeper into teamwork or any other topic, just let me know.
What is a teamwork?
Ah, great question. Teamwork is when a group of people work together toward a common goal. Each person brings their strengths, communicates openly, and supports one another, which helps the team achieve more than any individual could alone.
Why should we listen to others?
We should listen to others because it broadens our perspective, helps us understand different viewpoints, and creates trust. It also makes people feel valued, and often it leads to better collaboration and more thoughtful solutions.
How can mistakes help us learn?
Ah, that's a really important point. Mistakes help us learn because they show us what doesn't work. They give us immediate feedback and they challenge us to rethink our approaches. When we reflect on them, we build resilience, improve skills, and get closer to finding effective solutions.
What is trial and error?
Ah, so trial and error is a learning process where you try different solutions, see what works, and adjust based on the results. It's all about experimenting, learning from mistakes, and gradually zeroing in on the best solution.
How can we improve and imagination?
That's a really great question. We can improve our imagination by exposing ourselves to new experiences, reading widely, practicing creative exercises like visualization, and just giving ourselves time to daydream, kind of letting our minds wander without limits.
Why is practice important?
Practice is so important because it helps us build skills, reinforce learning, and get better through repetition. The more we practice, the more confident and capable we become, whether it's a skill, a habit, or a creative process.
How can reading improve creativity?
That's a fantastic point. Reading exposes us to new ideas, different cultures, and unique perspectives. When we immerse ourselves in stories or concepts we haven't encountered before, it sparks fresh connections and new creative ideas in our own minds.
What role does experience play?
Experience plays a huge role because it grounds us in reality, gives us context, and helps us recognize patterns. It allows us to apply what we've learned, adapt creatively, and make more informed decisions based on real world outcomes.
How can we break a big problem into small parts?
That's a great strategy. We break a big problem down by identifying its different components, listing each step or factor, and tackling them one at a time. That way,
Yes, please ask me.
of course. So when we break a no worries. So when we break a big problem down, we give ourselves a clearer path. By focusing on smaller pieces,
Please.
absolutely. So by breaking things down, we avoid feeling overwhelmed. It also helps us identify which parts exactly. And by tackling each small part, we can test ideas, adjust as we go, and build confidence. Over time, all those small solutions come together to solve the big problem.
Okay, my next question for you is why should we look at problems from different sides?
That's really key. When we look at problems from different sides, we uncover hidden causes, we see new solutions, and we avoid blind spots. It broadens our understanding so we can respond in a more thoughtful way.
Okay, my next question for you is how can we break a big problem into small parts? Please give me a long answer.
Of course, breaking a big problem into small parts starts with really understanding the problem as a whole. First, you define the end goal, and then you identify all the different factors or steps involved. After that, you list component, rank them by importance or complexity, and tackle them one by one. As you solve each small piece, you adjust, measure progress, and keep building until the entire problem is addressed. This step by step approach keeps things manageable, reduces overwhelm, and helps us stay focused on progress.
What is a solution?
A solution is basically the answer or approach that effectively resolves a problem. It's the method or plan we use that brings us from the current issue to a desired outcome. A good solution not only fixes the immediate problem, but often prevents future issues too.
How do we choose the best solution?
Great question. Choosing the best solution means evaluating each option against criteria like feasibility, impact, cost, and how well it addresses the root cause. We also think about short term and long term effects, and sometimes we even test a few smaller steps before fully committing to ensure we've chosen the best fit.
How should we test our idea?
Great. We should test our ideas by starting with small controlled experiments, prototypes, pilot programs, or even just trial runs. We gather feedback, measure results against our goals, and then iterate, making adjustments until we see positive outcomes.
How can driving help thinking?
That's an interesting one. Driving can actually help thinking by giving us a sort of mental space to reflect. The repetitive, automatic nature can let our minds wander, so we often process ideas or solve problems more freely when we're just on the road.
What is mind mapping?
Ah, Mind mapping is a visual tool where you write a central idea in the middle and then branch out with related concepts, ideas, or tasks. It helps organize thoughts, see connect, and spark new insights by laying everything out visually.
How does mind mapping help?
So mind mapping helps.
Yes, please. Please give me answer.
Of course. Mind mapping helps by giving you a clear visual representation of your ideas, so you can see how different concepts relate. It boosts creativity by letting you branch out, and it helps you organize thoughts. Exactly. And by organizing your thoughts visually, you can quickly spot patterns, new connections thought of before. So it's a great tool for both brainstorming and organizing complex ideas in a way that's easy to follow.
Okay, my next question for you is my next question is why is open mindedness important?
That's a great question. An open mind is crucial because it allows us to consider new perspectives, adapt to change, and remain curious. When we stay open, we're more likely to learn, collaborate, and come up with creative solutions because we're not boxed in by rigid assumptions.
Okay, my next question for you is how can avoid negative thinking?
That's a really important one. You can avoid negative thinking by consciously practicing self awareness, catching those negative thoughts, questioning them, and replacing them with more balanced or positive ones. It also helps to focus on gratitude, surround yourself with positive influences, and practice mindfulness so that you're grounded in the present.
What is positive thinking?
Positive thinking is a mindset where you focus on the good, look for opportunities even in challenges, and believe that you.
Please answer me. My question is
Of course. So, positive thinking is a mindset where you focus on the good situations, expect favorable outcomes, and approach challenges with a hopeful attitude. It doesn't mean ignoring problems, but rather reframing them in a way that keeps you motivated and empowered.
what is positive thinking?
Positive thinking is basically a way of approaching life with an optimistic mindset. It means focusing on the good, believing in positive outcomes.
Okay, my next question for you is how does confidence help in problem solving?
That's a really great point. Confidence helps in problem solving because it gives us the courage to take action, try new approaches, and trust our own judgment. When we believe in ourselves, we're more persistent, we handle setbacks better, and we stay focused on finding effective solutions.
Why is partners important?
That's a really valuable question. Persistence is important because it keeps us going even when we face obstacles. It helps us learn from failures, stay committed to our goals, and eventually find solutions that work, even if they take time.
How can we manage time well?
That's a really useful skill.
Please give me an
Bilkul.
answer. Only English.
Of course. So we can manage time better by prioritizing tasks, setting clear goals, and using tools like calendars or to do lists. It also helps to break big tasks into smaller steps, limit distractions, and build in time for breaks so we don't burn out.
Why should we focus on facts?
That's a really important point. We should focus on facts because they keep us grounded in reality, help us make informed decisions, and prevent us from being led astray by assumptions or bias. Exactly. When we rely on we stay objective, we can measure progress accurately, and we build solutions that have a real basis in truth, which ultimately leads to better outcomes.
Okay, my next question for you is what is invitation?
Good question. An invitation is basically a request or a gesture that asks someone to join an event, activity, or opportunity. It can be formal or informal, and it basically opens the door for participation.
How can we learn from others?
That's a great point. We can learn from others by actively listening, observing their experiences, asking thoughtful questions, and being open to different perspectives. They offer insights, lessons, and shortcuts that we might not discover on our own.
Where should we ask for feedback?
That's a really helpful practice. We should ask for feedback from people who have experience or a different perspective, like mentors, colleagues, or trusted peers, so we get honest, constructive input that can help us grow and improve.
What is feedback?
So feedback is basically information or reactions we get about our actions, work, or ideas. It helps us understand what we did well and where we can improve so we can adjust and grow.
How can we improve weak ideas?
That's a great question. You can improve weak ideas by seeking feedback, refining them, testing them in small steps, and adding new perspectives or details. By iterating and being open to adjustments, we can strengthen the idea until it becomes more solid.
Why is planning important?
Planning is really important because it gives us direction and structure. It helps us prioritize tasks, allocate resources effectively, and anticipate potential challenges. With a plan, we stay organized, make better decisions, and can measure progress more effectively.
What is a step by step plan?
So a step by step plan is a detailed guide that breaks down a larger goal or project into smaller, manageable steps. Each step outlines exactly what needs to be done in what order, so it guides you through the process until you reach your goal.
How can goals help us think better?
That's a great point. Goals help us think better by giving us a clear focus. They give us something concrete to work toward, which helps us organize our thoughts, prioritize tasks, and stay motivated as we make progress toward achieving them.
Why should we stay flexible?
That's a really key insight. We should stay flexible because it allows us to adapt when circumstances change. It helps us pivot, stay open to new information, and find alternative solutions when things don't go exactly as planned.
What happens if we give up too early? Please give me a long answer, please.
That's a really important question. If we give up too early, we often miss out on potential breakthroughs. Initial difficulties or failures are usually just temporary, and if we quit, we never discover what we could have achieved by persisting. Giving up too soon can mean losing all the progress we made, and it deprives us of the lessons we would have learned along the way. So, staying persistent, even when it's hard, often leads to growth, success, and a deeper understanding of ourselves in the process.
How can we train our brain daily?
That's a great question. We can train our brain daily by engaging in new challenges like puzzles, learning a new skill, reading, or even practicing mindfulness. Consistent mental exercises, just like physical exercise, strengthen our cognitive abilities, improve focus, and keep our minds sharp.
Why is creativity useful in school?
That's really important. Creativity in school is useful because it encourages students to think outside the box, solve problems in unique ways, and themselves. It also makes learning more engaging, helps develop critical thinking, and prepares students for a broader range of future. हाँ, बिल्कुल। जब हम चीज़ों को अलग-अलग नज़रियों से देखते हैं, तो हमें ज़्यादा गहराई से समझ आती है
Please,
और इससे नए
please on
समाधान खोजने
English,
में मदद।
please English, English.
Of course. So when we look at things from different angles, we gain a deeper understanding, which helps us discover new solutions and avoid getting stuck in one narrow perspective.
Okay, my next question for you is where is creativity useful in school?
Creativity is really useful in school because it helps students connect concepts in fresh ways, engage more deeply with their subjects, and express themselves. It also encourages problem solving, innovation, and a love for lifelong learning.
Okay, my next question and my last question for you is how can games improve thinking skills?
That's a really interesting point. Games can improve thinking skills because they often involve strategy, problem solving, and quick decision making. They engage us in a fun, immersive way, encouraging us to think critically, adapt to new challenges, and sometimes even work collaboratively, all of which sharpen our cognitive abilities.
Okay, ChatGPT, these were my questions for you. Thank you for your replies.
You're so welcome. I'm really glad I could help. If you ever have more questions or anything else you want to dive into, just let me know.
So, viewers, this was my ChatGPT sense for today. I hope you liked it. See you soon with a new video. Until then, Allah Hafiz.